Tim. Welcome to my channel. It's going to be another wonderful day. Going to be hitting the shoulder presses today, and hopefully get some lateral raises done. Get a nice pump on. That's the whole goal here. Just going to start by warming up with the 10-pound dumbbells. Just jump right into it. Again, always make sure you take the time to warm up. Just looking for any aches and pains, any reasons that you should not be doing this exercise today. That's the big goal. You don't want to find out that something's bad when you grab the big weights. Try and catch it when you're warming up. And if you're working out in like a public gym, you don't have a place of your own, I know it can feel silly grabbing little weights and warming up, especially when you look around and you see all the big guys with their big weights and you're just feel small. But what you don't see is all the big guys with their big weights that don't warm up and then don't ever lift again because they hurt themselves. They did all that work, got giant muscles, just to have to leave the game forever. Don't let that be you. All right, gonna grab the 20 pounds. Again, it's just a little bit more weight. Gives me that opportunity to fill it out. See if there's any problems. It's important. Just make sure you give yourself time. Time to warm up. Don't be in a rush. Again, that's the nice side about working out in the garage or working out at home versus working out in the gym. It's hard. It'd be hard to take your time in the gym because everyone's kind of pressuring you to get in and get it done. At home, you don't have to worry about that. That's why I strongly suggest buying your own dumbbells and getting after it. That's also why I strongly suggest planning your life to where you don't have to rush through things. I hate rushing. I refuse to be in a hurry because I find that myself and a lot of other people, maybe not you, but when we rush, it's when we tend to be rude. It's when our manners and our, you know, pleasantries go out the window. I just don't like to be that way. So what's been fun is as my kids get older and you teach them to have good manners, and then you see them go and be respectful, and the joy or the happiness that you see on people's faces when they see young kids being polite and respectful. It's really nice. It's a really nice moment. Feels good. We went out to eat this last weekend for lunch, and there was a child that was screaming and not behaving well, and I definitely see my kids were bothered by it. And we talked about later, like the next day, we talked about the kids' behavior versus their behavior. And they're like, "Yeah, that was a bad kid." And I was like, "Well, hold up, not a bad kid. It's the parent's responsibility." Just teaching them that there's gonna be kids that act a certain way because their parents didn't teach them different, and it doesn't mean that they're bad kids. I I want them to not paint kids and kids at school as good or bad, but to understand, I don't have empathy. I think empathy is important. I think if I had been more empathetic when I was younger, things might have been easier. All right. I don't know if I said, but this is the 40-pound press, 40-pound dumbbells. It was hard. I'm gonna give myself a minute to recover. So I really want to hit this for 3 sets of 10. Last week I managed 2 sets of 10 and 1 set of 8. But I really want to hit 3 sets of 10. If I can hit 3 sets of 10, That means next week I can increase the weight. Just gotta believe. Here we go. That's very ugly. I feel like it didn't go all the way down as far as this arm. It was a very ugly set of 10 on that last one. Give myself 40 seconds. That's 4. All right. I'm going to ditch the 40s and go on down to 30s. Again, I try to keep my rest between 30 seconds to a minute. Not give it too long because then I have a chance to recover. I'm not going to hit that level of fatigue I'm shooting for. One of the hard parts between last week and this week for shoulders is last week I did shoulders on Monday. Now I'm doing them on Wednesday. So Monday hitting shoulders fresh from the weekend is definitely easier. But it's a good side of, I think, having a rotating schedule versus before I had a very fixed, like, Monday we do biceps, Tuesday we do chest, Thursday we do, or Wednesday we do legs. The only thing that I leave fixed on my schedule is leg day. I do leg days on Tuesday. And that's because I just can't skip leg day. And now I'm trying to keep everything within like a 30-minute exercise. I was doing an hour, but because I was doing an hour of live streaming, it was easier for me to get distracted. Plus, there were always technical issues that I don't have. I'm not trying to stream live, so I feel like it's faster. The other reason is I feel like if I can condense a workout into 30 minutes and get the results that I'm looking for, I think it'll be easier for other people to do the same. If you say you have to work out an hour a week, it seems like a pretty big commitment for some people, especially if they're trying to do that hour in a regular gym. But if we can knock this out in 30 minutes and feel good about the results, it'll be nicer for us in the long run. I just want us to have no excuses for getting this done. Make it as simple, basic as possible with good results. Results you can be proud of, I can be proud of. Results that will be life-changing for us and allow us to keep going for the long run. It's starting to get really hard there. Ten more seconds. Let's go. All right, that's 7. I'm gonna switch over to the 25 pounds now. This is 25 pounds. So next week we'll move up to the 50-pound press. And hopefully that will be impressive. As a dad, I think bad puns or bad jokes is a duty. So pardon me. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get set up for doing lateral raises. Hit those real fast. All right, here we go, lateral raises. Just grabbing the 10 pounds. We'll do a quick set of 10. Lateral raises are one of those ones that just is so much harder than everything else that I do. All right, 20s. 8. Hey, that's 2 more than last week. Last week I only did 6. There we go. You gotta get those little celebrations in, little victories. Again, the goal for me is to do sets of 10. So 8 is not 10, but it's better than 6. There you go, and 2 sets of 8. That's way better than last week. As long as I can hit 8, I go for another set. When I drop below 8, that's usually where I lower my weights. Okay, 5. I'm in the 15s. Man, 6. I'm gonna grab the 10s. Just gonna give myself 23 more seconds. Coming down to the end of the workout, so try not to rush. I'm gonna do one more set and I'm out of time. That's 8. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's been pretty simple stuff. And that's the whole point of this. Is I really want it to be simple. I want it to be something that you can do. If you have not worked out, if you just haven't done it in a long time, you know, let's let's make this as easy for ourselves to get done as possible. Especially if you're a dad, you're working a full-time job. It is really hard to get to the gym and it's hard to maintain that fitness. And it doesn't have to be as hard as that. This is stuff you can do at home. Get yourself a set of dumbbells and you can get after it. You can make your life easier and better all at the same time. You know, just really I want that for you guys. I want that for me. That's the whole point of pursuing this is, motivate other people and motivate myself. I really like the idea of, you know, you try to put something positive out there and hope that it makes it easier for you. And it does. It really does. I like what I'm doing. It's fun. I hope you have fun too. I want this to be life-changing for me and life-changing for you and something that pushes us to success. So thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good day, a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the timeline. God bless you. Thank you so much.
All right, shoulder presses, 10 pounds. I did 3 sets of 10, 20 pounds, 3 sets of 10, 40 pounds, 3 sets of 10, 1 set of 4, 30 pounds, 4 sets of 10, 1 set of 7, and 25 pounds, 3 sets of 10. Lateral raises was 10 pounds for 1 set of 10, 20 pounds, 2 sets of 8, 1 set of 5, 15 pounds, 1 set of 6, 10 pounds, 1 set of 10, 1 set of 8. Thank you.